The power you keep when you don't react. There's a moment when the world turns to watch you. It happens in a room full of people. Someone says something cruel, meant to embarrass you, to make you lose control. You feel the heat rise in your chest. Every instinct tells you to fight back, defend yourself, prove them wrong. But instead, you take a slow breath. You look at them. You smile, not out of arrogance, but understanding. And you say nothing. The room goes silent. The tension disappears, and suddenly, everyone senses it. You're not shaken. You're not bothered. You're not reacting. That silence, that calm, that's power. Real power. Because the most powerful person in the room is never the loudest. It's the one who doesn't react. Pause for a moment and think about it. When was the last time you let someone's words ruin your peace? When was the last time you replayed a small moment in your head, again and again, until it consumed you? We've all been there. We react too quickly, too emotionally, too often, and in doing so, we hand over our strength. But there's a different way to live. A way where no one controls your emotions. Where silence becomes your weapon, and composure your shield. It's a skill, a discipline, something every great thinker mastered, the art of stillness under pressure. Because here's the truth. Your peace is the most expensive thing you own, and every time you react to something small, you sell it for cheap. In this video, you're going to learn how to keep that power, how to train your mind to stay calm, confident, and completely untouchable. We'll go deep into how the world trains you to react, and how to untrain your mind. You'll learn to see chaos and stay centered. You'll learn the quiet strength of indifference, the kind that makes people wonder what you know that they don't. So as you listen, remember this. You don't have to shout to be strong. You don't have to argue to be right. And you don't have to react to prove you care. You just have to stay still, while the world moves around you. Because that's when your true power begins to rise. Let's begin. Why you feel powerless. Take a moment and be honest with yourself. How often do you feel like life is controlling you, rather than the other way around? A comment on social media. A criticism at work. A small inconvenience that blows up in your mind. You react instantly. Your emotions hijack your thoughts. Your peace disappears. Most people live this way, giving away their power without even realizing it. Every reaction, every outburst, every moment of stress is a transaction, and in most cases, you are the one paying. Think about it. When you let someone's words or actions dictate your mood, your focus, your energy, who's really in control? Not you. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing feelings. It's not about pretending nothing matters. It's about controlling what matters to you. It's about understanding that your energy, your time, your mind, are all finite, and every unnecessary reaction drains them. Imagine for a moment a life where you respond instead of react, where small provocations slide off your mind like water off a duck's back, where you meet chaos with calm. That's the goal. Not coldness, not detachment in a lifeless sense, but clarity, control, strength that doesn't need to shout. In this journey, you'll learn the mindset of indifference, the kind that gives you composure under pressure. You'll discover detachment without apathy. You'll practice the art of silence, not to hide, but to grow. By the end of this video, you'll have tools to reclaim your mental space, techniques that help you pause before reacting, lessons that show you how calmness can actually become your greatest advantage. The world trains you to respond, to argue, to fight, to defend. But the truly powerful, they train themselves to pause, to observe, to choose. You'll see that staying still doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting from a place of inner strength. It means understanding that your mind is yours, not for anyone else to control. So as we move forward, ask yourself this. What if you could face life's challenges without losing your center? What if you could meet criticism, setbacks, even betrayal, without your peace being stolen? What would that feel like? By learning to act as if nothing bothers you, you don't just survive life. You master it. Now let's uncover why the world is designed to make you react, and how you can break free from that trap. The world trains you to react. Take a look around. Everywhere you turn, the world is telling you to react. A notification pops up on your phone. Someone disagrees with your opinion online. A coworker criticizes your work. A stranger cuts you off in traffic. The instinct is the same. React. Anger, defensiveness, frustration. Almost as if your emotions are puppets, and the world is pulling the strings. Society rewards this behavior. The loud, the quick-tempered, the dramatic, they get attention, validation, influence. Online, arguments go viral. Criticism sparks outrage. Small inconveniences become headline events in your own mind. And you fall right into the trap. Every minor irritation hijacks your day. Every small setback becomes a storm. Every opinion from someone else feels like a verdict on your worth. This is how people give away their power. Slowly, silently, every single day. Think about the times you've lost control. Maybe it was in a heated discussion where your words were sharper than intended, or in a moment of embarrassment where you couldn't hide your frustration, or even in your own head, replaying criticism over and over. Each reaction isn't just a response. It's a surrender. You are handing over your peace, your focus, your energy. Here's the truth most people never realize. If every little thing shakes you, you are not living. You are being controlled. The world is dictating your mood, your choices, your actions, and you are letting it. Imagine living like this for years. Every insult, every minor inconvenience, every opinion, pulling you in different directions. You'd feel exhausted, overwhelmed, powerless. And yet, it doesn't have to be this way. There's a turning point, a realization that changes everything. It's the moment you see the storm raging outside and choose to remain still inside. History is full of people who understood this truth. Great minds, leaders, thinkers. They didn't fight every insult, every setback. They didn't let every event steal their composure. And neither do you have to. The first step is seeing the problem clearly. The world trains you to react. The louder the world shouts, the more it expects your response. But strength lies not in shouting back. Strength lies in stillness. Now that we understand the trap, it's time for the awakening, the moment when you stop being a puppet. The next part will reveal how inner power is built, and why calmness is the most formidable strength you can ever possess. The shift to inner power. Imagine standing in the middle of a raging storm. Wind lashes, rain bites, thunder shouts its fury, and yet you stand perfectly still, your eyes clear, your mind quiet, your body steady. This is the awakening moment. The realization that power does not come from reaction. Power comes from stillness, from control, from the choice to remain unshaken when chaos surrounds you. Consider the great minds of history. Marcus Aurelius, writing in his meditations, learning every day to master himself before attempting to master the world. Gandhi, faced with oppression and insult, responding not with violence but with patience and composure. What sets these people apart is simple, yet profound. They stop being puppets. They stop allowing the world to dictate their emotions. They stop reacting to every push, every insult, every disappointment. And here's the truth. You can do the same. When you stop reacting, you gain something invaluable. Your energy returns. Your clarity sharpens. Your mind becomes a fortress. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how often do I let someone else's words or actions steal my calm? How often do I react instantly, only to regret it later? The shift is subtle, but it changes everything. Instead of being carried away by every wave of emotion, you become the eye of the storm, still, calm, unmoved. Here's a line to remember. You stop being a puppet when you stop reacting. It's not about suppression. It's not about becoming cold or indifferent. It's about reclaiming your power, choosing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Think of it this way. Every reaction is energy spent. Every word spoken in anger, every upset moment, every defensive thought. It drains you. But stillness preserves your strength. It multiplies it. The awakening begins with awareness. Step 1. Notice the impulse to react. Step 2. Pause. Breathe. Consider. Step 3. Respond with choice, or don't respond at all. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you're not just surviving the storm. You're commanding it. Your calmness becomes a shield. Your composure, a statement. And in this space of stillness, you'll discover something extraordinary. Your mind is free. Your energy is yours again. Your power is untouchable. Next, we'll break this awakening into practical lessons, the tools and rituals that allow you to build this unshakable inner power every single day. Building the armor of indifference. Now that you've glimpsed the power of stillness, it's time to make it practical. Inner calm is not an accident. It's built, like a fortress. Brick by brick, habit by habit. Lesson 1. Detach emotion from events. Every insult, criticism, or minor setback tests you. Most people react instantly, letting their emotions hijack their decisions. Instead, pause and ask yourself, does this affect my long-term peace? The answer often reveals the truth. It doesn't. A colleague's rude comment, a social media jab, a missed opportunity. They're momentary ripples, not earthquakes. Your calm should not be on lower end to external events. It belongs to you. Lesson 2. Control the pause. Before responding, breathe. Count 3. Count 10 if you need to. This simple act trains your mind to respond deliberately, rather than react automatically. The pause is your secret weapon. In that quiet moment, the storm loses its power over you. Imagine holding back a harsh word or skipping a pointless argument. The whirl may not notice, but your energy is preserved. Lesson 3. Visualize strength. See yourself unshaken. See yourself calm when provoked. The mind cannot distinguish rehearsal from reality. When you picture composure vividly, your reactions begin to mirror that image. Practice this daily. In small ways, in imagined confrontations, in anticipation of chow. Ings. Train your mind as an athlete trains the body. Lesson 4. Redefine failure. The world loves to attach labels, rejection, loss, embarrassment. But your perspective is yours to choose. Instead, view failure as feedback, as data, as information that tells you how to adjust and grow. When you stop fearing judgment, stop reacting to it. And in that space, confidence flourishes. Lesson 5. Guard your energy. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your time. Energy is currency, precious, finite, and often misused. Protect it. Choose carefully where and how you spend it. Let criticism roll off like water on stone. Focus on what fuels growth, not what drains you. Each of these lessons is a brick in your armor. Detach, pause, visualize, redefine, protect. Repeat daily, and gradually a transformation occurs. You will begin to notice a quiet confidence, a presence that others sense but cannot define. You will become untouchable not because you avoid challenges, but because you master your response to them. Next, we'll see these principles in action through a story, a man who lost everything, yet never lost himself. This story will show that inner calm is not theoretical. It's lived, it's real, and it's powerful. The man who refused to break. There was a man who seemed to have it all. A thriving business, a respected reputation, a life carefully built. Then, in the blink of an eye, it all collapsed. Markets turned, partners betrayed, rumors spread, and yet he did not crumble. He walked through the ruins of his life with the quiet strength of someone who had rehearsed calm for years. People expected anger. They expected despair. They expected public outbursts, explanations, excuses. He gave none of it. He simply moved forward, silently, deliberately, as if nothing had touched him. Notice this. Nothing had actually touched him. The losses were real, yes. Pain existed, yes. But his inner peace, untouched, inviolable. He did not allow the external chaos to dictate his emotions. He refused to lend his calm to anyone else's drama. He started small, rebuilding quietly. Each morning he visualized his goals, grounded himself, and took one deliberate step forward. No one witnessed the patience. No one applauded the restraint. But over months a subtle power grew within him, a calm that radiated, a confidence that no setback could shake. His secret was simple. He had learned to act as if nothing bothered him, not as a mask, not as denial, but as mastery. He had trained his mind to distinguish between events and reactions. He understood that the world would strip him of everything except what he refused to surrender. His inner composure. Think about that for a moment. You can lose money, status, even relationships. You can face betrayal, criticism, failure. But there is one thing no one can ever take from you unless you hand it over voluntarily: your peace of mind. This story is a mirror. It shows what's possible when you truly internalize the lessons of detachment, patience, and composure. It shows that strength is silent, confidence is calm, and power lies not in reaction, but in restraint. Now, imagine applying this in your life. Imagine a challenge at work, a personal insult, a frustrating delay, and you respond with calm. Not coldness, not avoidance, but a poised, measured presence. How would your relationships change? How would your decisions improve? How would your energy expand? This is the transformative power of learning to act as if nothing bothers you. It is not a denial of reality. It is the assertion of control over your own mind. And once you claim that, you step into a freedom that most people never experience. And see, true strength is silent. As we near the end of this journey, let's pause and absorb what we've explored. True strength is not measured by how loudly you assert yourself. It is not proven by victory over others or the attention you command. It is measured by the quiet resilience you carry when the world tries to pull you into chaos. You have seen the power of detachment, the man who refused to break, the calm in the storm. This is not an act of coldness or indifference. It is a conscious, disciplined choice. It is the decision to guard your energy, to value your peace, and to respo. And D. Not react. Consider the lessons we covered. Detach emotion from events. Recognize what truly affects your long-term peace. Control the pause. One deep breath before responding can change the course of your day. Visualize strength. Your mind becomes what it rehearses. See yourself unshaken. Redefine failure. Every setback is feedback, not judgment. Guard your energy. Not every opinion, not every conflict, deserves your attention. All of these are tools, simple but profound, for reclaiming the power that lies dormant in all of us. The quiet ones, the composed ones, the people who do not give away their energy, they move through life with a kind of unstoppable authority. They influence without demanding. They lead without shouting. They conquer challenges by remaining calm while chaos rages around them. Here is the essential truth. Calm is the highest form of confidence. It signals clarity, self-trust, and unshakable focus. It is invisible, yet it is felt. It is silent, yet it commands respect. And remember, emotional mastery is not suppression. It is not pretending you don't feel. It is choosing which battles deserve your energy, and which ones simply pass by like leaves on a stream. It is the ultimate act of self-respect. When you cultivate this calm, you will find yourself navigating life with a new sense of freedom. You will act with intention rather than impulse. You will see opportunities where others see chaos. You will finally understand what it means to truly own your mind, and in owning your mind, you own your world. Protect your peace. Now, it's time to take what you've learned and put it into action. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Start small. One deliberate pause before responding to irritation. One moment of silence when someone tries to provoke you. One conscious choice to protect your peace rather than surrender it. Share this message with someone who struggles to remain calm. Sometimes, the smallest spark can ignite transformation in another person. When you protect your peace, you inspire others to protect theirs. You become a quiet example, a living testament to the power of emotional mastery. Remember, the one who owns their mind owns their world. Every reaction you suppress in favor of clarity is a victory. Every choice to remain composed is a step toward true freedom. This is not about becoming untouchable for the sake of ego. It's about becoming untouchable so you can focus on what really matters: your growth, your purpose, your life. So today, practice one act of composure. Breathe before you react. Let silence speak before words do. Feel the strength that comes from choosing calm over chaos. And if this video has inspired you, subscribe for more lessons in mastery. Share it with someone who needs this reminder. Start now. Protect your peace. And in doing so, claim the PWR that was always yours. Mental gym for emotional mastery. Mastery over emotion is not a single act. It's a habit. The calm, Composed mind is built like a muscle. Daily tea. Raining, repeated consistently, shapes it. Here's how you can start. Morning stillness practice. Before your phone, before messages, before the world demands your attention, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Focus on your breath. Notice thoughts without judgment. Let your mind settle. Is your first victory of the day, starting with clarity instead of chaos. Evening reflection. At the end of the day, replay the moments where you reacted. Ask yourself, did my reaction serve me, or did it drain me? Visualize how you could respond differently. Tomorrow. This builds foresight. It trains your mind to pause, even under pressure. Weekly reset. Dedicate 1 hour or more to disconnect from noise. No opinions, no social media scrolling, no external distractions. Sit with yourself. Read, journal, walk, breathe. Think of this as a mental gym session. Each week, your emotional resilience grows stronger. These rituals are small, but their impact compounds. They teach your mind that calmness is a choice. They prove that inner peace is not found in circumstances. It's cultivated in habits. When chaos comes, and it always will, you will stand like stone, still, unwavering, unshaken, because you've trained your mind to respond, not react, to observe, not absorb, to hold power quietly within yourself. And here's the truth. The person who masters these rituals will never be controlled. Why anger, criticism, or fear? They will move through life with clarity, confidence, and calm authority. Move like water, stay like stone. Imagine water. It flows effortlessly around obstacles, rocks, walls, challenges. Water adapts, yet it never loses its depth. It never compromises its essence. It is soft enough to bend, strong enough to persist. Now imagine stone, unmoved by storms, unshaken by wind. It holds its shape, its integrity, its core. It may be battered, but it does not break. It does not react to every scratch or chip. It endures. The highest mastery lies in being both. Water's adaptability, stone's unwavering strength. Move through life with flexibility. Adapt, respond thoughtfully, and let circumstances flow around you. Yet hold within yourself an unshakable core, your peace, your clarity, your self-trust. Let the world move. Let others react. You remain calm, composed, untouchable. Every insult, setback, or criticism is just water flowing past your stone. You can choose whether it touches you or simply flows by. This is the art of emotional mastery. Remember, the one who owns their mind owns their world. The one who controls their reaction controls their destiny. Be soft enough to adapt. Be strong enough to never break. Start today. Pause before reacting. Breathe. Observe. Decide. Protect your peace. Train your mind. Guard your energy. And in the quiet, you will discover a strength the world can never take from you. Because true power is silent, unshaken, and eternal. Be both, soft enough to adapt, strong enough to never break. Subscribe for more lessons inspired by Napoleon Hill's timeless wisdom. Every video is made to help you think deeper, grow stronger, and master your mind. Stay calm, stay focused, and subscribe for more.